She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey. Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Officer needs help, 103 and B.
Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going? 11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
He's definitely Irish.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
I think a huge detail people keep overlooking is that a last name basically represents where you come from.
I didn't come to California to
And
be a
how it's
secretary.
spelled and how it's pronounced definitely represents.
You know you've made it if you can get that desk.
You have a Wallowitz, it's or something like that. It's or Berg. Berg is kind of like a Jewish or Polish name.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Kind of like Kov and Koff.
Putting you through now.
Or no, Koff.
Phelps,
or,
1247.
Or SK
How can I help, Detective?
Russian or Ukrainian.
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, that's definitely.
Apartment 6,
So like
126
O'Donnell.
Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks. We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team this time.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Let me pose a question. Pen, what's that to do with morals? Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. Stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Waitress.
Tiernan! LAPD! There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, folks.
Hit him, Cole! Spin him out!
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. The joyride is over, kid. Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
That's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. Oh, my God, this kid's crazy. He's gonna kill us.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Show me your hands!
Units in the vicinity. Officer needs help. 103 in view.
Help!
Units in the vicinity.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Optimistic, Cole.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
No good to me. Circumstantial.
I don't think so.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
There he is, officer!
Give it up, LAPD! McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it!
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellows.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this?
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key. present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Prove that he was there. Yep, this is it.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
You, sir, are an educated man, and that just makes me want to kill you even more. I love Tombstone.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
You do have a point, but...
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan did say you were pretty cruel. We're gonna go with his testify.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Something right here. And there's a phone line.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Damn.
Thanks, ma'am.
Looks like our smart man's a bit of a violent one.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sap.
So, he was in the military, but he was stateside, and he got kicked out because he...
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James.
then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Well, McCaffrey says you did it.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
But McCaffrey said that you were there last night.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Dude. Definitely lying. Hold on. He says you were there. Hold on.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. And he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it.
He doesn't know.
Was it me?
I've been blacked out drunk before. And I've been scared like that. That's actually pretty cool. Wow, for a game this old, it's actually pretty good on face emotions and capturing acting. I'll hand it to those voice actors. Nah, he was too drunk to do it.
Wait here.
It would have been sloppier. The way that scene was set up was very meticulous. If he was drunk, he would have been sloppy. But honestly, I think it's a serial killer because it's just framing people and putting people away that shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
I want to put him down. The thing I'm noticing about this case is I don't really have an airtight case, and there's always room for something, and there's always like a hint that there's someone causing, like, this is the 5th murder I'm investigating, and they all are similar, and something's going down. Something's going down. Crafty said he was in the military. Let's see why.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man.
You're stationed stateside.
I came back here determined to change things.
Oh, you came back.
All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You were kicked out of the military for violence there, buddy. Oof. Dude, you dumb. You are so dumb.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We just literally talked to the woman. Bruh. Come on, man. I got it all right here. Discharge.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore!
Oh, shit.
She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Whoa. Yeah.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She
Might
was a
not be the
sad
murder,
lady
but
and never hurt anyone except herself.
You got some problems.
I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury.
Higher-ups are in on
You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot at the prison graveyard.
Makes a good detective story. Yeah, you really should have said that. Yes. Yeah, I crash a lot because I played too much GT. Alright, that was just a review of a case. Let's go back to where I left off. Which is, because if I don't get a 5-star in a case, I have to go back and really get into it. Because I have to be a Los Angeles Sherlock Holmes. Hold on. Zoom. The Quarter Moon Murders. Alright, this is where I left off. Oh yeah, this is like for all the murders they went through. Some guy's been sending us letters and shit. This is like the shit that's been going on behind the scenes. So I've been like accusing people. But I don't think anybody's been officially charged. I have 5 suspects to 5 different murders, but I think it's all connected to one murderer who seems to be taunting us. He sent these last 2. This was written on the last body. Cunt PD, find me where I hid myself. This was the name the guy left who sold the rings to the pawn shop owner. He's taunting us by using a poet's name. Dude, I don't... This old poetry shit. Ah, man. I apologize for this. Okay, yeah, this is where I left off. And he says, oh, it's quite literal. So we have to go to the public fountain.
Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case?
So, oops, wrong way. So we have this first serial killer. Or not really serial killer. Oh, maybe serial killer? Yeah.
I say we bust in there.
So one of the previous murders, she got in the car with someone, followed up on that lead, and the guy drove a brown Ford. We never followed up.
Continue to respond, King.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not going to take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
You're not supposed to drive it like you're in GTA in this game. So you gotta be very careful. There we are.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
Look at that. Back in the times when there's not a phone in sight, just people in the moment. Wait.
The early
what
bird
hell-
gets the
oh.
worm. 2 club damages.
Got me
Second
there for a
mouse.
second.
Thank you, waitress. Jeez.
Or like the, this, oh, let me take a look at these ones. Damn, everybody dressed so fucking fly and nice back in the day. Everybody's wearing fucking sweatpants and snuggies and shit in public. At the same time, to get ready like this would probably like take an hours. Or, well, no, not hours, like maybe an hour or so. Oh, I was just trying to see if I saw something in the face. No, because usually murders get off on that. That's seriously. Music's playing and there's a clue around here somewhere. And the green means by the top. That's the good. Looking at the world of heaven and the music playing, swear. Where I lay like a reflex of the moon, and made under green leaves. So,
You want to grab me 2 with ketchup?
So, you gonna see your married man again?
What's that? Right here. Wait, weren't these cut outside the first murder's place? What is the same people's heart? Hold on, I just heard that. There's that little fucking beat person.
You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
You know locals use that as a latrine. What the hell is this?
Elizabeth Short. Betty Short. Black Dahlia.
What? What's their social security card thing right there?
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
The chandelier. So, we're looking for a very large
Elizabeth
chandelier.
Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
It's a chandelier. I saw a giant chandelier somewhere. Where did I see it? It's definitely a chandelier. Oh, dude, I love riddles. Map. Duh. So that's the Pershing Square. Oh, what's this? Street crime. Well, before we go on this whole street chase, let's clean up these streets. Time for street justice.
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citation. What a day to be a cop.
Rusty, you're such an old cop.
All units, ambulance shooting 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. 943 South Broadway at Levine's Liquor Store. Any unit to handle code 2, identify.
Wait, this is a different liquor store. No, it's the same liquor store. Holy
You
shit.
saw what happened?
I warned him about that cannon under the counter. He took a shot at a couple of stick-up men.
He missed. They didn't.
Where are they now?
They ran across the street and into the parking lot. That's where I lost sight of them.
Ambulance? Anybody gonna call an ambulance? Nope. Okay, cool.
We gotta turn ourselves in.
Use your head, Wilt. The cops ain't exactly going to be grateful, and there's our records to think about. Shut up. I think I hear something coming.
You killed somebody. You gotta pay the price, my buddy.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Phelps, he's in the truck.
Oh my god. I shot him in the back of the neck. I mean, you clearly saw that. Like, literally went in the back of his neck. And I really didn't want to kill him, but shooting your guns will kill him. Sometimes this game provides opportunities to take down a guy who's shooting you, but I don't know, I haven't been able to do it. Maybe I'm just not doing it quickly. Anyways, Johnny on the spot. Cool. Anyways, so we're looking for a chandelier. Murder Green Picture Company. No. It's not it. Nope. This is very frustrating. Wait. You're kidding me. It was right down the street. Wait. Hold on. Check that again. Check that again. Hall of Records. I think that's what it was. Hold on. Yep, there it is. Right there. Jesus. Okay. Get in. Get in, old asshole. Streets are pretty empty. This is weird. There we go. Now it's loading in. Keep LA safe. Drive safely. They haven't obeyed that in the last 60 years, man. Do you think they're gonna obey that now? Everybody drives like an asshole. Shit, I grew up and learned how to drive in cars like this. So the year's 1947. About 2.5 years ago. So the interstate highways are barely starting to come in. Still highways yet. There it is.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Wait. What's this? What is this thing? Hidden. Oh, I found a hidden shield. Oh, it's a game collectible. Okay. Yeah, I'll do the 100% after I find everything. Okay, so I gotta get upstairs. Wow, individually getting on every step. You don't see that on many games. Can you imagine running in these shoes? Oh, it'd be terrible. They look horribly uncomfortable, honestly.
Let's go.
Give me a tennis shoe, or give me a white shoe with steel toe every day.
I'm going out there, Rusty.
Oh, shit.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
How the hell are you even walking this tightrope with those kind of shoes, bro? Yep, there's definitely something up here. Oh shit, that's the watch from...
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Yep. Oh shit. Fucking toying with us. Yeah, put your hands on the evidence. Yeah, that's a great idea. Why am I not using a glove and a pen? Oh yeah, because back in the day.
From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
That sounds like a gargoyle or something. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Swing, damn it. Come on, come on!
Come on, how do I do this?
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
I'm trying to swing. Is it because my controller is fucked up? Because I know I was like constantly pulled to the left at times, but fuck, dude, it's like the physics.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Alright, for real game.
Swing, damn it. Come on, come on!
It's gonna go in a second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
I'm just looking for movement physics, and I was not feeling it. But here we are.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
The Molder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Okay. Well, besides like almost dying and destroying that very, very expensive chandelier, I think we can just walk out and no one say a goddamn thing to us. Alright. I'm gonna read that one more time. Where science bedoes his data box. Ugh. Well, science seems like the only word that's standing out to me on that. Gargoyles and... so stumped. Hold on. Come. I can't even use my intuition either. Shit. Oh yeah, cigarette ads, huh? No. So gargoyles. So a cathedral. No, science doesn't go with a cathedral because that's fucking religion. No. Huh? Drew ancient Egypt to create a temple-like central life. Sculpture, torch-bearing handstand apex representing sign. Right there. I mean, a movie set would kind of be. No. See right here, I was thinking that.
11:25, code 6.
Well, I guess we'll just check out the library.
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius. We're coming for you.
Do you plan all that evidence today? Because I could have just asked people if they still have the discovery. Because all that stuff has been sitting there for like days, weeks, or however long. This case. If it's the core moon killings, it's been going on for 5 months. Because it's like once every full moon or something. Murder is the language of love, or is that this is the place where...
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Go get him, Tiger.
Are you...
You'd slow me down anyway,
Wait.
old-timer.
Wait, I'm not going inside, I'm climbing up? Okay, then I guess this must be the place. Alright. Why can't I just use an access? Like, just say police investigation, go to roof access? What am I doing up here? God fucking damn it. Where am I going? Well, it did talk about statues and stuff, and I'm guessing this was all put here for me to climb. Alright. Who would have thought this is where I'm supposed to be? I can't. Oh, fuck. I can't. Lost my hand. Alright, what's going on, game?
Ah!
Why you bitch? It ain't that far, man. Oh my god. Even I can fall that far and it wouldn't hurt. Alright. Alright, game, what do you exactly want me to do? Because you're not really giving me much to work on here. Unless we still go forward. Okay, if I start tipping to the other way. Oh, I see what you're trying to... Okay, game, I see what you're doing now. Okay, why do I have to do it there and not on the chandelier? What's up, game? You're not suggesting I have to run and jump, right? Nope, that's exactly what you're suggesting. No. God damn it.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Oh, I lost my head. Was I supposed to find something? Hold up. Okay, yeah, let's just go this way. Oh, I wanted to get my hat, but I'm sure it'll spawn back on my head. Never mind. Okay, let's go. Come on, get that. Let's go. Let's go. We're up here. This will probably be next to a statue, I'm guessing. See, why can't I just take the stairs? Look at this. Perfectly good door. Okay, game, I'm sure you got your own thing. Griffith. And Shakespeare. Oh. What's this? Oh shit, it's the brooch.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Guess we were right.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
Dude, it's a cemetery. It's like so fucking obvious. I mean, it talks about it's either a cathedral. Wait. Round which death laughs, dead destruction, ruin within ruin. Inside the city vast, open just earthquake over was moved, but not human. But not human. So it's not a cemetery. See they lie their monstrous works, and uncouth skeletons. Molds and veins, precious shapes. Only gray annihilation, split, champion, hard, black, deep. It still sounds like a crypt, but it's not human. Let's get to the car. And we'll get down from here. Oh, cool. Fast travel.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Molar, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
But I don't... Hold on. Let's get to the car and I'm gonna look at the map.
See him?
And also, I want to change outfits. This one's just, I'm not feeling this one. I'm not sure. That one looks nice. Oh, it ain't so bad. Get in the car, fatty. Yeah, move your fat ass. Do all that climbing. Let's read that one more time. Which death lasts in ruin. Ruin within ruin. Population which Earth. Oh my god, you're kidding me, right? It's motherfucking. You're gonna love this. When I was a kid, I went to this place called the La Brea Tar Pits when I was in school. I can't really remember much about the trip, but, well, I think that's where we're going. The La Brea Tar Pits. Monstrous, not human, overgrew population, it's dinosaurs. Fucking skeletons, yeah, their skeletons are still in the La Brea Tar Pits, yeah, like, and deep black. It, like, gives it away. Oh, God. I think for copyright reasons they don't do that. So, ooh, another street crime. I'm gonna go bust him. Let's go bust them, and we'll find the liberator.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
All units, the citizen reports a 211 in progress at 9th and Grand.
Hit the sidewalk, all you. The place is closed for business, you hear? Oh, shit. We got cops. Benny, get your nose out of that goddamn...
LAPD, you got nowhere to go.
Right.
Oh, shit. Damn. I got pepper pretty good.
Throw out the guns.
Just head out.
Really? You can run for it, bud?
Jake! Mikey! Oh, Jesus. Fuck the money. I'm gone.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
It's kind of funny you'd rob
It's
a
not too
bowling
late to
alley
give
for
yourself
days.
up.
You're not gonna get shit for money robbing a bowling alley.
Now, are we going to make a bargain or what?
Put the weapon down now.
Toledo.
Oh, shit. Oof. That was close. That was very close. You almost shot him.
11K calling KGPL. We're code 4 on the 211 at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Ian, it's code 4 at Rawlings Bowling Alley at the intersection of 9th and Grand. Code 4.
Yeah, thanks, cops. La Brea tar pits. Hidden vehicle. Okay, cool, whatever. Oh, we were just there. Union Station. Okay. These are probably all hidden vehicles. It's probably a different type part of the story. Oh, there we go, right there. I should make my partner drive. No, he's not. You know what? You can drive. I don't wanna... Hold on. God, what's wrong? This.
You can drive.
There we go. Tired of you just sitting there making mistakes. Well, it's not called La Brea, but it's called Westlake.
Hey, Cole.
Damn it, control.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to read it, but I don't know what it is. Because I forgot the natural phenomenon that creates tar pits.
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Oh, I don't know. Said our overalls for me to walk through the fucking tar.
Very funny.
Terrific.
Whoa!
Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? The gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
The thing is, this tar is
Easy.
really hot, kind of.
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing.
Also, tar's very
Steady.
Or it's... No, it's not fire. It's just... No, I think that's something you have to add to it.
Whoa!
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking.
Oh, no black footprints? Oh. Oh, it's the fucking white shoe murder. This motherfucker.
One of Teresa Terreldson's shoes. A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
Rushes with loud whirlwind harmony, a sphere which has many spheres, solid as crystal. Why does that sound like a movie theater? Or Golden Globes, or... It sounds like the planetarium, though, at the same time.
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe, and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
Yeah, eventually. I mean, if you keep fucking with police, eventually we get enough attention, you're eventually gonna get caught. Because they'll devote enough resources to find you. I mean, these days it's not so much because it's all digital, but back in the day, people knew people. And you couldn't do much without encountering another person. And these days, you don't really have to encounter anybody to get anything done. You do everything on your fucking phone. Alright. Let's look at this again. Another opening in the wood. Okay, a hole. Rushes with loud woven harmony. A radio station. And comes out a harmony of music and all that, which is a sphere speaker, or sphere. And usually on top of radio towers, or on top of radio stations is a globe. To represent, oh, we broadcast everywhere. Okay, cool. Okay, let's check that map. Radio station. No. Well, that sounds like a radio station, right? Is there even a radio station? It's right there in front of me. Look at that. A sphere within spheres within spheres. I was so off. Racing and gambling. The night one concerns how to recreate. Kept fine art while rose. Sphere with. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, I'm not dumb. I'm just trying to figure shit out. But if there was a radio station, where was it? Here, I'll just mark that. And now I'll look at all this other stuff. Thorns, tolerance set. See, I would have probably ended up here. Lower merger created by. Yeah, see, I would have went here. But there's no clues because each description that guy leaves behind is a description. Leaves a description place right there. Sphere.
So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
The center of the proverbial labyrinth? How long's a piece of string? How many unsolved murders have we got in this city?
seems like a nice.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I'm gonna wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Thanks, partner. You've definitely shown your gumption in this case. Shit, they changed the camera angle to where I can't see. Crap. Mazes. It's all tricky until you come to that. See, look at that. Yeah, it's still so I can kind of use it. Oh, you like hone in on the sound. Hold on, let me backtrack. Yes, I think I got it. No, wait, no. Shit. It's literally on the other side of this one. Oh, okay, so I'll go this way. Left. It's right there. Ah, damn it. Right. It was. So they didn't make it that easy. Okay. I see your game here. God damn it, I'm going in circles now. Fuck. Alright, so I already went this way. Okay, this literally makes no sense because I just completely circled it and there's no entrance in. I must be missing something. Alright. It's literally right here. I went that way, and that's better. I went this way, and it brought me over in a circle around it. See? There it is. There's the entrance. So... it should be right here. Well, hold on, why am I sticking to that wall? Maybe it's an optical illusion? Okay, so out to the left. I'm running around it. Fuck. This is very frustrating. Out and to the left. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Do you see it too? God, look at this. Oh god. I wasn't looking at it correctly. There it is. Oh, there's the fucking garnet ring.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry. Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. No, it couldn't be.
Theater. Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. Wait. The police station? You're fucking kidding me. That... Yeah, like, what did he say? Does that literally say the police station? Please don't tell me that's the police station. Wait. Read that. I'm reading this wrong. Okay. Unborn obelisks. Or statues. Okay, so it's not those. Tires, swords, chest. Movie set? No. Thrones, altars, judgments. So throne. We were on a movie set earlier and it had obelisks. It had the judgments. There's not... I mean, if you look at all the places where we can go, yeah, that sounds... There's not really much. Yep. Cutscene.
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
I know you're upset, old dog. Anyways, to the next location. Come on. Pump your crazy legs. Let's go. Pump your
Won a medal in solving all the cases.
Technically, it's crazy. Intolerance. Altar and throne. There it is.
Officer needs help, 103 and
He just ran that guy down. Picks up his hat and is on his way.
Continue to respond.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
The Titan guy. You have the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide. The sleep.
2825, code 6.
There's the throne up there.
Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
A very, very big ass staircase in the back. I kind of want to be out in the rain, so there's the throne. Staircase is in the back. Wait, there it is.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
Wait, was I supposed to go left? I think I was supposed to go left. Oops. I was trying to go forward.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off.
Okay, maybe I'm supposed to wait. My bad. Okay. How did you get over there, by the way?
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
I am a Libra. All about balance. What are you doing to get me off this thing?
You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Where? Throne. Probably put it on the throne, yeah. Earring. No, it's the ring.
Typewriter ring.
Evelyn's ring.
Evelyn Summers. Place he calls home. End of the line.
Oh shit. Sick world, shake not that crucifix so badly. Those pale fingers play not with thy glory. O horrible, thy name I will not speak. It hath become a curse. I see the wise, the mild, the lofty, and the just, whom thy slaves hate for being left to thee. Some punched by foul lies from their hearts home. Chosen, late laminated heaven. Lamented. Oh shit, we don't put stuff in this one. Why does this sound like a hospital? Why is the mild and the just? Police station?
No, 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 no! Come on! Ah, no!
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on him.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
Did you find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out. You might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. You're not trying to justify this.
Hear me out, Rusty. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women in this town for half a year, maybe longer. He researches who he kills, and then plants evidence so that we always have someone to go after. If he hadn't sent the letters in the poem, he could have gone on forever. We would have been none the wiser. We would have 4 executed men on our conscience and have been happy about it. Why else is he doing this?
You're the new face of the department, Phelps. The modern cop who tries to understand why the perp does what he does. Me? I just drop the hammer down on lowlives. Crunch a roach under your heel, you don't worry about what it's feeling, you just grind it into the pavement.
Well, my best guess is the hospital. But no, it's not the hospital. Crucifix. It's a church. Where you feel like back in the old days, like, you know, hospitals don't have crucifixes, so because they call them St. John or St. Mercy or whatever. So sorry. That's a home, an early chosen plate and lemon. Of all the places I can think of, crucifixion and a weeping virgin. Okay, we're just there. Yeah, did that. Train station. No. We were there. No. guess that's what it sounds like. I mean, each one had a letter that matches This is the final floor. I have my guns on. Should I pull our guns and call the back up? Nope. What? I'll just walk right on in. This trap. Who's lit these candles? It's a fire hazard.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. What? You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in
like
here
once or
like
twice,
lambs, dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
You're smart, but you ain't armed well. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? The fuck is he? Where'd he go?
Oh. Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house.
Shit, it was that dude? That makes sense. Because he was saying, like, all the women were grappling to some dude, or some chicks get drunk. Like the bartender would be buying them drinks. Damn it, I need to get into the house.
LAPD! Give yourself up!
Alright, hold on. Oh, I got text. Okay, cool. Alright, let's get started. Is this where he's been living? There's a bedpan. What the fuck? Well, the music they're playing sounds like I'm about to encounter an alien. Ripley!
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. Down there.
We're going down there.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty.
You're an interesting man, detective. Why the police force? You're obviously overqualified.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Does it attract you? Have you felt fear? Understood the power?
This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Are you comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable here?
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. So this has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both. But there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we'll have to play it.
That's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boys of advice, but my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.